Welcome to another episode of Tips from My Garage. My name is Lisiate Tonga. I'm the father of two beautiful boys, husband to a beautiful wife. I'm the owner of online consulting business Upgrade Version U.0 and the author of ebook Q&A Between Two Addicts. And today I want to talk to you all about stacking wins. And I want to talk to you about stacking wins and its relation to building confidence. Confidence is something that is built, it's not found. And so I want to focus today on moving away from the idea that confidence is something that you've got to go looking for outside of yourself, and focus on how you build confidence within yourself and how that translates into every other part of your life. So confidence is built through daily daily wins, daily follow throughs, and it's not built through motivation. And when I talk about confidence not being built through motivation, I mean you can feel good or inspired about something through something that is motivational, like for an example, a video clip or something that you've watched or something that you've read or something that somebody told you, that is inspirational and motivational. You can feel really good and inspired, but it's not always going to be helpful to rely on finding motivation in other places, externally outside of yourself. Because motivation is something that's here today. It can be here today and gone tomorrow, and it could be gone for a long period of time. You can be uninspired and unmotivated for long periods of time. And so in those times that you're unmotivated, do you remain inactive, or do you find the find the strength, or do you find the confidence or the discipline to continue somewhere else, or do you find that within yourself? So that's really kind of what I want to focus today on, is how to build confidence through daily follow through and not through motivation. Confidence isn't something that you have or don't have. Confidence is something that you build by keeping small promises to yourself. The problem in real life is that when you make promises to yourself and then you don't keep them, then it erodes your self-trust. When you don't have any trust in yourself, you become uninspired. It can take you on a negative journey. It can put you into a bad place mentally, and emotionally. Another problem in real life is that waiting to feel ready keeps people stuck. If you're one of those people who is waiting for all of your stars to line up, or waiting for the right combination of inspiration and motivation for you to activate yourself, to motivate yourself to do things, you're going to hang yourself on a promise that one day things are going to line up, and that day can be tomorrow, or that moment could be the next moment, or it's going to come, and you can fake yourself into believing these delusions that the things are just going to somehow get better. And it's really fascinating actually how your brain does things like that, how it is so creative in making up these scenarios of these hypothetical situations that can can happen, that are realistically can and will happen, because they are within your proximity, that you will be able to then go full board or head on and just crush it and just do the thing that you know that you can do. Um, if you're one of those people that is waiting around for a particular set of circumstances to happen, you're going to be waiting a long time, and you're going to keep yourself in a stuck and a dormant state and a stagnant state where nothing happens. The misconception is that people are running around chasing motivation, chasing these feelings that are going to help them feel inspired, so inspired, so that they will finally be able to do the thing that they've always wanted to do. When the real thing, the actual thing that is going to change, is if you focus on becoming more disciplined. People can also get caught up in scenarios where they just have these grandiose goals and expectations of themselves, and they know they can do this thing because perhaps they haven't been able to do it in the past, and they believe that these things are going to happen, and they want to be able to do things in leaps and bounds rather than do the mundane, boring, everyday little things, because those little things are boring. And who's got time to do little things when I know that I can do this one big thing? And I think that so many of us get caught up in that, or on that belief that we can do things in leaps and bounds, and that only pushes us away for or discourages us from doing the daily the daily mundane, humble, modest, little simple things that we could do so easily, but we just choose not to. I think part of the problem is that it is boring. It is mundane. It's tedious. These little things that you have to do on a day by day basis. No one wants to be bogged down with just the little things. People want to do exciting, explosive things, that are earth shattering, like big events. And they, I guess they, see other people doing things like, getting rich quickly, or getting jacked quickly, or getting fit quickly, or whatever it is that they're doing. They see that people are doing this on a day by day basis on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. They're doing these things instantly, and so people say, "Well, I don't want to. I want to do things like that. I don't want to do the boring everyday thing that's anyone can do that. I want to do this exciting big thing because I can see that the reward is much greater than that." The kicker is that confidence is built through action, and confidence is actually what you're trying to build, because confidence comes from being consistent and from being disciplined. And that combination of discipline and consistency, they are one and the same thing. They build the confidence that you need, that will help you to create the momentum that you're actually looking for. And so the thing is that we tell ourselves that we're going to do these things, and then when we try to do them, when we don't do them, that takes a blow. Our ego takes a blow, and that really does damage to our self-confidence and our self-belief. But the thing is that you do build confidence in the things that in doing the things that you're saying that you're going to do. But I like the way that James Clear um, lays it out in his book Atomic Habit, because he talks about doing little things. And so what he says in his book is that you want to set goals, but you want to set goals that you can achieve, but you want to set goals that you can achieve easily. And when you're setting goals that you can achieve easily, what you're doing is you're setting yourself up to win. And if you're setting yourself up to win in small wins on a day by day basis, this is what is going to build up the confidence that you're looking for, that's going to help to continue to move you forward, or to create the momentum that you're looking for, so that you can start to build up your consistency, so that you can start to build your discipline. Say that you're trying to get more fit and you've never ran before, but you set a goal for yourself to go and run a mile every single day. That might be a little bit outlandish. I mean, could you do it? Maybe, but most likely not. And so, what sort of goals could you set that would help you to be able to achieve that goal mile? Will you be able to achieve that goal mile now? The possibility of that without having doing any exercise prior to is very, very, very slim to none. But can you build up to running a mile every single day? Yeah, you can do that. And then how would you do that in a way that would be easy for you to be able to achieve? Well, the only way to be able to do that is to spread the goal out over a longer time frame and then break it up into smaller pieces. So then maybe the first day, what you're doing is just walking around your block. So is walking around the block something that is simple and easy? And could you do that on a day by day basis? I would say, yeah. And if you can't walk around the block, then it's walking down the street, or walking around the house, or whatever it is. But the point is, the way that you eat an elephant is by taking one bite at a time. You're not trying to conquer Mount Everest in one go. You're trying to take it. You're going to conquer Mount Everest by putting one foot in front of the other. And so the goal is to be able to set goals that are easy for you to achieve on a day by day basis. And then that goal is basically what you said you were going to do. So if you're able to achieve what you said you were going to do on a day by day basis, then you're going to start building confidence. And this confidence you'll actually be able to feel on a day by day basis. And the accumulation of that confidence over days, over weeks, over months, that is what creates the momentum that you're going to need to create better discipline, to create more consistency, and to build more confidence in yourself. And then this is something that you haven't had to rely on something else to somewhere else to motivate you. It was just that you kept your word to yourself. That's it. You said you were going to do something and you did it. And that's what I mean about stacking wins. So the more wins that you stack on a day by day basis, the more confidence you're going to build. The more confidence that you have, the more consistent you're going to be, because you want to continue to feel good. You want to continue to have that confidence. And the more that you do this on a day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year basis, you reach a point or a level or a standard within yourself that you will not drop below it, because you will not accept anything less than that of yourself, because you are now living a higher standard. So my challenge to you would be to start making up goals of little things that you can achieve on a day by day basis, because you don't want to wait to build confidence. You want to start building confidence immediately. And the way that you build confidence immediately is by setting smaller goals that you can achieve immediately and easily on a day by day basis. Because once you say that you're going to do this thing and then you start doing it, that's the moment that your confidence starts to build. And that's what you want to accumulate, not just on a daily basis, but then as you can, if you can imagine, setting yourself up on a daily basis will set yourself up for a weekly basis, and then monthly, and then yearly, and so on. And so that's my challenge to you, is just to set simple goals that you can achieve on a day by day basis so you can get the reward immediately. And the more confidence that you're going to have, the the more you're going to be able to build yourself up and feel good about yourself. And that's really ultimately what you want to do, is you want to start feeling good about yourself s- sooner than later. People who are successful, they like to start setting up wins for themselves earlier in the day. And so when you set goals early in the day, and you start to tick off wins early in the day, that helps to create momentum for you with your confidence throughout the rest of your day. And that's how you would want to have your day structured, is you want to feel really good about yourself in the morning because you've achieved things early on in the daytime. That builds up momentum for you to knock out the remainder of your day in the best state that you can be. And that's how you're going to have better days. That's how you're going to get better results, is if you start your morning fresh and you start your morning off with wins that will carry you through the rest of your day. And if you can imagine doing that, if you're able to do this on a day by day basis, start your mornings with wins. Like, as an example, if you want to set yourself a goal for, let's say you wake up at 7 o'clock every morning. If you decided, like, okay, look, I'm going to just try and get up at 6:45 every morning, um, and just telling yourself that you were going to do that, that you were going to get up at 6:45, even though it was 15 minutes earlier, only 15 minutes earlier, it's still something that you said that you were going to do. That's actually going to build confidence, and that's going to help you set yourself up for the next thing. And then if you can set yourself up with that, like a fitness routine in the morning, a meditation routine in the morning, that can include prayer, it can include scripture study, it could be listening to motivational um, audio books, or personal development. If you're doing something for your physical needs, your spiritual needs, and your personal development or your mental needs, if you start your day like that every morning, um, you're gonna be stacking wins in the right order, and it's going to create the momentum you need to have the best a better day than you would otherwise have. And the more of those that you have, the better you're going to be, the more productive you're going to be, the more that you're going to get out of yourself, the more that you're going to feel good about yourself. And you know that would just be the start of, it could be the start of a new life, a new beginning, a new direction, who knows. But stack wins, build your confidence, and when you can do that, and on a consistent basis, on a daily basis, uh, you know sky's the limit. Anyway, I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you next time.